Asiki Chisike Nahabugi Nazu Umu Biafra Nile Gedine Nova Asiki Gabaniru No secret trial No secret trial No secret trial No secret trial Hey! Watch me far away See me far away Tell me what you saw I will show you what I have Because I have myself oh Then think say na defense oh Make you watch my back Now wait till you they see yeah Unless you have the sense oh You go learn to pretend oh Do not run away I does your That is why I say That is why I say That is why I thought That is why I say That is why I say That is why I know That is why I say
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, great Biafrans and lovers of freedom. This is Radio Biafra House of Service coming to you through Radio Biafra London. My name remains Mazi Jonathan Chinedu from Olo province of Biafra land. And we are here live and direct. Today is the 15th day of December 2025. That's Abobocheke. I hereby once again welcome each and every one of you to welcome your friends and well-wishers to this sacred platform where the gospel of both physical and mental emancipation is being preached. Therefore, please, as usual, invite your friends and well-wishers, invite your siblings, invite even your enemies to please gather to our different listening devices and platforms, because the hour has come for us to have a discussion. This is where it all started. This is Radio Biafra London, the voice of freedom, for the defense of freedom. This is a revolutionary radio. We tell you, we give you the information that you can never obtain in the mainstream media, because the mainstream media is always there in order to protect the oligarchs, the political class, in order to bend news, twist it the way to control the population, views that are not factual, to present to you half-truths. But here we are on Radio Biafra London, being a revolutionary radio. We tell it to you, we say it as it is, without mincing words, without trying to be politically correct, because we have no political party ambition. That is it. And we must continue keeping the standard with which this hallowed platform is being formed, the standard of saying the truth as it is. Therefore, we are live and direct, today being the 15th day of December 2025. Taatabo Obochi Eke. Inform everybody around you to tune in. We are on FM CHK 102.1 on different or in different parts of Biafra land. FM 102.1. You can tune in and be listening. Also, we are on satellite. We are on satellite, free to air satellite. You go to the radio station section and search for Radio Biafra London. You will get us there. Moreover, we are also on our applications, IPOB Community Radio application. It is a very low data consuming application, that is designed in order to accommodate our people on ground zero, because Nigeria is a place, is a bizarre place controlled by the bizarre caliphate. Therefore, please download IPOB Community Radio. In addition to that, also you can download Simple Radio. It's also a different application, Simple Radio, and also Radio Garden. These are the applications through which you can be listening to Radio Biafra London. Once all these other applications, you download them on your smartphone, you scroll, search for Radio Biafra London, and you will see it there. And you tune in, you'll be listening. Moreover, you can visit our homepage, www.ipob.org. I repeat, www.ipob.org. Once you are in this page, please click on live broadcast. You see it there, live broadcast. It doesn't matter whether you are using laptop or desktop or smartphone. Once you are in this, our IPOB homepage, www.ipob.org, now you will be automatically listening to Radio Biafra London. Remember that Radio Biafra London is on 247. Some people are nursing this false narrative that Radio Biafra London is no more there. This is live from the pit of hell, please. This is live from the pit of hell, please. Right from the days of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu on A till today, there has never been a time Radio Biafra London was off air. We continue broadcasting. You know, when you say that, or you think that Radio Biafra London is no more talking, it is only to satisfy your imagination. It is on your imagination, but not reality. The truth and reality is that Radio Biafra is on a 247 on different platforms, of which I've mentioned some. We are also on social media. We are on Facebook, on Biafra Television, BTV. We are on IPOB Community, IPOB Rapture Media, the Biafra Digest, mentioned many of them. Also on YouTube and X, we are there. So you have no excuse not to listen. Anybody purveying or talking about Radio Biafra is no more there is a harbinger of false narrative. I'm telling you. Therefore, we must continue. We are seeing what is happening today. I will continue on the current news headline, what is happening. But remember, we are also not letting down on the Sokoto Caliphate manipulations and hashtag Sokoto Caliphate must be dismantled. This is what is going on. There is one news headline that brought my attention even shortly before I came on air. I was laughing, you know. Now, listen, you know, Malami, this is today's news headline, December 15th, 2025. You remember Malami, ex-Attorney General of the Federation. You know, this world is somehow, whatever goes around comes around. It's a circle. Detained ex-AGF Malami asks EFCC Chairman Olukoyode to step aside, demands arraignment or release in 24 hours. He is quoting law. He wants the rule of law to be applied on his case. That is sometimes it baffles me. Malami that sanctioned the breakage of even the Nigerian constitution, sanctioning the rendition of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You know, disregarding the rule of law, discharged and acquitted in October 13th, 2022. He is the person now suffering the same injustice that he initiated, pass and parcel of. Is God not wonderful? I think Alhaji asked Kule in their birthday conversation, phone conversation. He said, "Is God not wonderful? Do you see? Do you see why it is good to maintain, to fight injustice, even if it costs you anything or everything? Fight injustice, because it will turn around to touch you." That is why IPOB is exceptional. Let me tell you something. If we see that who is our core enemy, can I say, the Fulani people, they are not even our enemies. You say, they are terrorists, and they are terrorist supporters. Let me tell you, if you see the Fulani that they are suffering injustice, we will fight that injustice. Because this world you are saying, this planet Earth you are seeing, it functions through rules and regulations, natural laws. There is no way you can throw something up in this planet Earth. You throw maybe a piece of a ball, you throw it up and it continues going up without falling down. I don't know whether people is getting what I'm saying. So these are, laws of nature. And that is why things are arranged because of law, obedience to law. It doesn't matter, maybe it's your enemy suffering injustice, it serves him right. No. This is what IPOB has been campaigning. The same Malame that feels as a god, because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is an Igbo man, is a Biafran, so he receives order from his boss or from the executive that keep him there. Nothing will happen. Today, the same Malame is quoting law, Nigerian law. Let me read it a bit. I read it, I started laughing. I burst into laughter, honestly. Now, let me read a bit. A former Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, Abubakar Malame, SAN, that is SAN, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, has demanded that the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, either arraign him before a court of competent jurisdiction or release him within 24 hours, citing constitutional provisions against unlawful detention. I say, is God not wonderful? This man is citing unlawful detention. This man is the person that presided over the extraordinary rendition of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. This is the man. This is the man that presided over the non-compliance of the court rulings. This is the man. Not even only on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, on many other IPOB members that were illegally kidnapped and arrested those that we knew and keep on shouting until they provided them even in court. Sometimes they give them bail or they discharge them, discharged and acquitted. All these IPOB members in many places, many prisons around Nigeria. But they will not obey it. Under Malami, this is the person now citing rule of law to be obeyed on his behalf in his own case. Does it not sound funny? Do you see the reason why our fight for injustice, our fight against injustice has no boundary? Do you remember 2015 or 16? During the first time of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's arrest, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu started defending some Boko Haram suspects that were kept incommunicado. He met them there in prison and he started, fighting for them. They were kept incommunicado for many years, and told the parents that for the parents they are no longer, they are missing, they are no longer alive, whereas they are there. They never take them to court. They didn't take them to court. They didn't discharge them. Just like that, in a state of limbo, in a country. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said, no. Notwithstanding that I am against Boko Haram, they are killing people, yes. I used to shout and talk against them, their ideology and all the rest, yes. But the rule of law must prevail. Do you understand what that thing means? No, do you understand what it means? That you are even fighting for your enemy. It is a sign that you are doing the right thing. Do you see that? Because any injustice that you support or keep calm, keep quiet, become silent in the face of injustice, because why? It is happening, it is being meted against to your enemy, your so-called enemy, and you kept quiet. Inside you say, serve him right. It will turn around. Injustice spreads like virus. It will turn around and do what? Touch you. This is the reason why, notwithstanding, I love Europeans, honestly. They might be, they might hate you, your movement, your everything, but when it comes to law, it doesn't matter. Even the president of the country is your enemy, but the rule of law must take, must take its course. Because no single person, the king of Netherlands, the king of Spain, the president of France, prime minister of United Kingdom, they are not in charge of justice, no. They are not in charge of the law, no. They are regulated by the law. That is it. So this is the reason why. Do you see, when Nigerian government tried to bribe, different international community, Western countries, America, Britain, European Union, to tag IPOB as a terrorist organization. But they checked. It doesn't matter. Yes, Britain hates IPOB. There is no two ways about it. When it comes to Britain hates Biafra, that word Biafra, Britain hates it. United Kingdom as a government, they hate it. But there is no way, there is no cause for them to tag IPOB a terrorist organization internationally. It's their law. They check everywhere. They said no. You cannot, because IPOB is a peaceful movement on self-determination. Do you see how when it comes to acrimony, internal hatred, British government hates Biafra? Yes. But when it comes to application of the law, they don't have no choice. It's just that, just like, let me give an example, they become helpless. Because their law, there is nothing IPOB does against their law. So that their hatred is, they throw it outside. Because there is nothing they can do. That is how things should work. This is the reason why countries move forward. Because they obey the law, rules and regulations. Sometimes application of the law can be annoying to some people. Application of the law can make some people become annoyed. But you say, there's nothing I can do. This is how our country was. We apply the law. That is it. Are you getting what I'm saying? But in the case of Nigeria, no. That is it. That is why I call it a primitive republic, primitive jungle republic. Because when a place, an entity does not obey the law, imagine you come, for example, you come outside your apartment or your house. Now you are joking, you are just playing, maybe you throw one ball up, the ball continues moving up, it didn't fall again. You will start having mental disorder. You will be frightened. You will have no explanation for it. People will gather because why? Because the system is no longer respecting the rules and regulations of this world. That is why it will traumatize people. Just only that simple thing. You move around now, you are crossing a bridge. All of a sudden, a river started flowing upside down. Instead of going downstream, the river starts flowing upstream. It becomes abnormal, which means the river is no more obeying the natural law guiding it. Do you get what I'm saying? That is what Nigeria is. That is why Nigerians are traumatized. Because there is no obedience to the law, to the rule of law. And without the law, without obedience to the rule of law, a nation becomes a jungle. A nation cannot even think of advancing. That is what Malami now is clamoring for. Rule of law to be applied in his case. He said that he should be arraigned before a court of competent jurisdiction or release him within 24 hours. Because the Nigerian law, people don't know this. The most important thing you can do to a people is educate them. You get what I'm saying? The most important thing to do for people, empower them through education. And you have solved most of the problem. This is why during the time of European Revolution, people were educated, exposed to things they didn't know. And now, when you empower the people, the population, you finish. You see the country will be arranged and you will start moving on. Because everybody will contribute. That is the reason why the northern elites begged Britain not to wade into their population to open their eyes, to educate them, to tell tell them what they should know, they say no. Keep them blind so that they can be manipulable. So that you can come out and an imam will tell them that look, kill Onyamiri and you go to heaven. They will flow through there. They will flow. He will push them anywhere he wants them to push, and the population of idiots will continue behaving like zombies. But when you open the eyes of people, that is the most empowerment. They become armed, intellectually, mentally armed. I say, wonders shall never end. Malami, the ex-Attorney General of the Federation of Nigeria and the Minister of Justice, Abubakar Malami, he is now lamenting because he was being arrested by EFCC. Now he remembered that the law of Nigeria says when you arrest somebody, a citizen, when you arrest somebody for a crime, within 24 hours you must charge him, or either you charge him or you bear him, or you discharge him. Charge him or discharge him, because you don't need to stay at the police post for more than 24 hours, unless for some other continuous investigation it will be extended by the court order also for another 24 hours, making it 2 days. And the person should either be taken to detention center through the court or be released. So these two things. But go to Nigerian police stations, you see people that have stayed there weeks, months, even years, because they don't know. They don't know that the law is like that. Even Nigeria, they don't know. They know, they become powerless. They say, police don't even obey the court. Police, nothing goes through the rules. I say, imagine you come out, or you see somebody, your neighbor, you come out now. You see your neighbor walking towards you. All of a sudden, his leg is no more touching the ground. He started floating, leviating, floating up to, he rose up, start flying. He rose up to 10 meters up, start flying, saluting you, say, Nakeje, waiting now. You not go run leave your leg. You go run leave even your bag. You will say, I don't see ghost too. Why will you do that? Why will you be afraid? Because it is no longer normal. Human being is not supposed to fly. You see that? They have to naturally respect the law of nature, rules and regulations guiding this world. But you see birds flying, you are not afraid. It's normal thing, because it is obeying the rules and regulations of this world. That is law and order. Places things naturally where they should be. I'm just giving you these instances for you to understand the disorderliness in Nigeria, and that is why people are traumatized. That is why people perish, because nothing is in order. Anybody, I think is it chief of defense staff, he has said that given all that every military roadblock in the whole of Nigeria should be dismantled, that they should come back to barracks in order to go and fight terrorists. Who is obeying it? Do you see disorderliness? The people there, they say, I beg you, don't talk. Go and let a military pass a military checkpoint, and you tell them that you guys have no right to stay here. Don't even talk to me, because I'm a citizen of Nigeria, and the order has been given for you to disembark, move away from all these your checkpoints, go to war front. They will kill you. Do you see disorderliness? Do you see lack of respect of rules and regulation, law and order? How can you think that a country like this will succeed? Do you know what have kept IPOB? Do you know what has binded us together? What kept us moving? Discipline, obedience to rules and regulation of IPOB. Are you getting what I'm saying? That without discipline, a movement can never succeed. Without discipline, a country can never advance. Nothing. When the chief of defense staff will give order, the Koronfo on the road, you talk to him, say, go, let him come here now, come and give me this order. I beg, bring money. You talk again, he shoot you. How do you think that type of entity can advance? It will only succeed in traumatizing the population. Are you getting it? And that is what they are doing. It will only get worse and worse. I say Malame, who is a player in subverting the rule of law. In the case of Mazi, Nnamdi, Kanu and IPOB members, oh, the Igbo people, I beg, leave them. He served them good. Today, he is clamoring for right. Let me continue reading. Malami made the demand in a release issued on Monday, that is today, by his media aide, Mohammed Doka, in which he also called for the immediate recusal of chairman of the EFCC, Ola Olukuyode, from the ongoing investigation against him. He wants to follow Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's footsteps, as Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, stood his ground and recused Binta Nyako. So he wants to do that. He is a crying foul that there is no respect for rule of law in Nigeria. Is God not? I say it again. Is God not wonderful? No, tell me now. Is God not wonderful? Malami alleged bias, personal vendetta, and political persecution linked to his recent defection to the African Democratic Congress. These are lies from the pit of hell. Malami has been found out. You see somebody operating on 18 or 46 bank accounts, huge sums of money. It is not the one of Ngige. When I saw Ngige being arrested for 2.2 billion naira, I laugh. That is actually much. See, 2.2 billion, calculate now. It's not just $1 million plus only. You see, hell. Make on they do one Nigeria now. Make on they do one Nigeria. When Ngige was a minister of Z2 Works or Industry or something like that, he deposed now. He said when they asked him about the agitation, he said there is nothing like agitation. Every Nigerian is claiming marginalized, so it's not only but he claim today 2.2 billion naira under this forex exchange. Naira 2.2 billion chicken change for people like Malami, who is not even a governor, for chicken change for politicians in Nigeria. But they look at him, Igbo man, say, who are you? Come on, come. 2.2 billion naira. Which one? There is one I had, they say, I think he's a general, brigadier general, something like that. That bought the house of $5 million in Morocco for his short-lived marriage. It's nothing. It's nothing. But Ngige is now being detained for 2.2 billion. When I thought it was 2.2 billion dollars. No, people that looted. I'm not supporting loot of any kind, but there are things you see. You start laugh. You don't know whether to laugh or to cry. I'm say it serves some Igbo rights. The one Nigeria. Now, when it happens, they will start crying, Igbo, Igbo, I'm Igbo, Igbo. And you tell the person, look, let us look for solution. IPOB is fighting for everybody. They say, no, Obahi now is enjoying. Omahi said, no, Tinubu government is inclusive, so no need of Biafra again, that Biafra has come. So because he's a minister of works, the only thing he can bring to Ebony as a federal parastatal, federal investment in Ebony state is military barrack, army of occupation. Is what is, Ndị Igbo m say, I'm here now for shishi ante. I don't know. We have reached to the state although I no longer have pity for any Igbo man elite suffering. I don't care. Because we have reached to a stage when the person is in a good situation, or say nothing mega nah. Which kind Biafra? Nobody is marginalized. We are all the same. We have equal stake in Nigeria. Remember, Ojo Zokalo was crying like a baby in the Senate House. Do you remember? He forgot. I never really understand the words. What I see is selfishness. Selfishness is in the DNA of every Igbo person. Both me, both you. But you see, us that is talking about it, we have been delivered, we have liberated ourselves. We have, we have been born again. That is the way I will put it for you to understand. But are you getting what I'm saying? This extreme greed and selfishness, you need to find out and liberate yourself from it. And also educate your family lineage. Either your fathers have liberated themselves, our fathers, maybe they brought us up through this dignified manner. Or if your father did not, now you as a son, you grow up now, you see the road, you become enlightened, you liberate yourself from this. Otherwise, going to this greed, I am telling you. Because you cannot tell me how the same mistake, people are making the same mistake over and over and over, continuous. You tell me that I know. Right from beginning, Azikiwe, Britain pick him up, pick his father. Before Britain can pick you to work with them in a very, very trickish assignment of amalgamation of Nigeria, like the amalgamation of Nigeria. You know that they know you, the type of person you are. Nnamdi Obedidon Azikiwe was picked up by Frederick Lugard to work with him. You know that Onya, not the one and not the greedy. So they will not work with somebody that is there to protect their people. No, never. Because they use him to amalgamate, trick other traditional rulers in different parts of Nigeria today, trick them into signing what they did not know. I not suffer now. That's why I don't even cry again. I know when I suffer. We are suffering it. They use him. He was trying to build a country for his son. Now, maybe his private conversations, the father of Nnamdi Azikiwe, maybe his private conversation with Lugard, when they are together, you see, Lugard will be telling him, don't worry, you see this country we are trying to build, we are trying to create, Don't worry. You'll be in history and your son will control everything. He knows that the father of Azikiwe is that kind of person that wants everything for him, for his generation. Now, anywhere they go, he will. The people that we are, tricking into signing documents to form a country, to amalgamate to be a country, they don't even know what is written. Now, Azikiwe's father will interpret because as on he was baptized as Obededom, Azikiwe, the servant of Edom. When Lugard was using him, I know privately Lugard will be, if Lugard is alone, he will be laughing. He said, look at this idiot. Don't worry. He will be telling him, you see this country when we fight, don't worry. When they go to some place, you will bring out he said, no, it is the work, it is Obededon Azikiwe, the father of Azikiwe, that did the whole job. Because Lugard doesn't speak the language. Azikiwe's father was a black person. So we said, no, trust me now, I'm a black person. So sign here, what on here is nothing, just to, once you say, it will tell him good things. I mean, the poor king. He signed, onye obinyaka, onye ink, obinyaka, binyana akwụkwọ, yes, Apple, Lugard to Azikiwe's father, oh, now you they do nice job, don't worry. You see this country where now you are hand. If you are destined, if you are too old to be, now your son. Make sure your son, you will be trained. We will take him out to train him in my country, in America, in abroad. On the yes. Because Lugard saw extreme greed. And that is what they need. So they have to use him. Remember this program? Is it Chibuan also? No. Is it? The name of that program in former IBS, Imo Broadcasting Service, during the 90s, 80s, Kotuma. They were imitating what happened during the colonial days. So, is it Court Clerk? Yes. Court Clerk will be interpreting. Now, the judge is a white person, is a British. He doesn't hear Igbo. Everything is through the court clerk. The court clerk is all and all. Anything he wants, the judge will talk one thing, he will interpret it, translate to another thing. Sometimes that is the situation of which Azikiwe's father occupied. So all because you cannot talk to the white person. You don't speak English now. You see, so he enjoyed, but today the whole population is suffering. Do you see that? Do you see that? That is the piteous situation that we are in. And Igbo people, when I say Igbo politicians, no, Igbo people. Because it is the people that become politicians and rise up politically. It is the people. They rose up from the people. They didn't come down from heaven. No. Do you see that? So it's a character. It's a character. Ngiga is now, but that is what. When you look at it, even it's very shameful. A former governor, former minister. If, for example, they say they are detaining or prosecuting him because of a $2.2 billion, it's understandable. Onye n'eri akon, yari nke karaka, onye n'eri awo. Oriental brothers also in area warrior nke karaka. It's a shameful thing. Okay, $2.2 billion, $1 million plus only. Chicken change. That's why it's there. Whereas people that squandered, that even carried billions, tens of billions of dollars, no person, they are untouchable. It tells you all you need to know. Do you see that? It tells you all you need to know. The former governor of Kogi State, how many billions, how many hundreds of billions? He was, he's moving around. What is that his name? That young man. He's moving around, hundreds of billions of naira. Oh, but Ngige, because when you are not with crowd, they treat you anyhow. That is the thing. As an Igbo man, even they can even indict you because of as a I mean as a Igbo man, they can indict you with maybe 20 million naira fraud. They will indict you.
Welcome to IPOB Rapture Media. Headline: Urgent Alert, Midnight Abductions, Rock Biafra Land. Here's how to stay safe. Fellow Biafrans, this is not a drill. A dangerous and coordinated wave of state-sponsored terror is sweeping through our land under
So as I was saying, I think I have some my this in turned yellow, be repetition. As I was saying, they try to show you your place, humiliate you. It doesn't matter the amount. That is how it is. That is how Biafrans are treated. Tell me a former minister, tell me a former minister, a former governor that has been humiliated with ordinary 2 billion naira. 2 billion naira, I think, is maybe 1.1, 1.2, 1.3.
Welcome to IPOB Rapture Media. Headline: Urgent Alert, Midnight Abductions, Rock Biafra Land. Here's how to stay safe. Fellow Biafrans, this is not a drill. A dangerous and coordinated wave of state-sponsored terror is sweeping through our land under the cover of darkness. While you sleep, the Nigerian DSS and military are on a ruthless campaign, targeting and kidnapping our dedicated members right from their homes. This is a direct attempt to silence our voice through fear and intimidation. We will not be silenced. The threat is real, and it is happening now. Our intelligence confirms that these clandestine operations are strategically carried out during the darkest hours, between 1 a.m. and 5 a.m., when you're most vulnerable and the world is not watching. Families are being torn apart, and individuals are disappearing without a trace. This is a crisis we must face with our eyes wide open. Your urgent survival protocol, detailed and actionable. Become a ghost, become a shadow. Re-evaluate your home. Your residence is your first line of defense. Is it easily accessible? Have you been there too long? Consider relocating to a safer, more discreet location immediately.
I have some repetitions, please. So I think because my dashboard was showing orange color, so I have to check what is happening. But we must continue. So as I was saying, what makes IPOB exceptional is our dignified position, our dignity. Where the dignity lies, we fight against injustice for everybody. It doesn't matter you are our enemy. Once you are suffering injustice, we fight that injustice. We don't see our enmity as an obstruction. No, that is why I call it a dignified man, because it takes extra courage to do that. And that is how enlightened people behave. I am telling you, that is how enlightened people behaves. It doesn't matter, hate the person or love the person, but if the person is suffering injustice, if there is injustice meted against the person or that institution, you say no, you stand. I don't know, let me check. I hope my voice is coming out. I hope, yes, it's coming out. So I was giving example of Ngige being a whole Ngige. Let me put him whole. A whole Ngige being arrested and tried for chicken change. Ego when it comes to Nigerian politicians. 2.2 billion naira. I was thinking that maybe they made mistake when I saw the caption 2.2 billion naira. I thought they wanted to write 2.2 billion dollars, put dollar sign instead of naira. And when I read the Vitel, I still see, I say, wow, naira, 1 point something million naira only. Ikego. So that is how things are. So Malami is now crying foul. The person that orchestrated when he was up there, dealing with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and the other IPOB members detained, saying, Igbo man, I beg. They can't do nothing. They will go show them, say, now we get here. Today, due to the pressure from the United States, as Donald Trump is giving pressure about this recent genocide, they are trying to appease Donald Trump to let him see that, oh, they are working, or they no longer respect anybody. So there are people they are sacrificing. That is how they work. Yeah, thank you, Mazi. Say my voice is coming out loud and clear. Thank you, Mazi Joe. It's normal. They will check some people among Ndishukwa who will they sacrifice that will be lesser trouble for everybody. Unfortunately, Malami is among them. And that is why Matawale, former governor of Katsina State, who is also in the Asorok, they are trying to, he is now trying to give a court injunction that they should not reveal to the public his connection with terrorists. He's panicking. These are the people they are sacrificing, leaving the other ones because they are even minimious. So when they compile the whole thing, they say, no, Onya, let us, there is no problem, we can deal with his situation. Let us sacrifice him in order to show America that we are doing something. Please. This other person, no, don't touch him, don't touch him. Don't touch him. He's still he is still very important to our cause. That is how they that is how they do. Are you getting what I'm saying? So Mala, let me just read a bit before I take another news headline, please. About Malami, where is it? Where is it? Okay. Now, Malami continues, said, according to the statement, the former justice minister accused the anti-graft agency of subjecting him to what he described as an illegal detention, media harassment, and procedural abuse, insisting that the investigation was not driven by lawful enforcement considerations, but by deep-seated historical animosity on the part of the EFCC leadership. Oh, so he knows all these things. But when he was committing it against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and the many other IPOB members that were even extrajudicially murdered, some are still languishing in many places in Sokoto, prisons, in Castina, in military barracks. He doesn't give a damn because he was on top. Today, he is touching him. They are sacrificing him. Do you see that? He continues saying, he said, I have been clearly prejudged and cannot receive a fair, objective or lawful investigation under the current leadership of the EFCC. Malami said, is God not wonderful? Is God not wonderful? Now, let me jump some places, many things he said. Let me go here. He said, central to his demands, Malami insisted on strict compliance with section 35(3), 4, and 5 of the 1999 Constitution as amended, which provide safeguards against unlawful detention. He demanded either his immediate arraignment or release within 24 hours. Hey, now wow, on the law. So he wants rule of law to be applied to him, whereas he continued trying illegally somebody that was renditioned against Nigerian constitution. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, he can't, because no, he can't do anything. What is the law? Beg. But in his own case, he's now quoting law. Do you see what I continue saying? I will never forget the quotation that says, the people that will destroy this world are not the bad people. No. No, 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 no. You see, IPOB is guided by this quotation. The people that will destroy the world are the good people that keep silent in the face of evil, in the face of injustice to others. They keep silence. When evil people are doing something, they keep silence. Say, no concern me. Silence is complicity. That is why, you see, even if our enemy is suffering injustice, as Malami is suffering injustice, it's not good. Do you see that? We pronounce it, yes, they are making out injustice, which he also promoted in his own case. That is who we are. We shout it in order to tell you that we are a different breed with a different mentality. This is the mentality we want to use to enter into Biafra, so that when you see evil being perpetrated, you become concerned. Do you know why Europe is secured? Do you know why European countries are secured? Because security is everybody's business. Are you getting what I'm saying? If you are, for example, downstairs if you are in a street making one kind movement, maybe two of you, before you know, somebody call them. Then now there is some people, I don't know, maybe black people there, I don't know, come. I told you. They don't say, nah, no concern me, I beg. No. Because security is everybody's business. If you neglect what these people are doing, they will turn around, it will turn around and concern you tomorrow. Maybe it's a kidnapping gang. They will turn around and kidnap your person. Do you see that? So, what are we saying? What am I saying? You see, injustice is something that everybody should be involved to fight. When I listen to people that are wagging mouth on some species, ex-species, most of them Igbo people, the hatred they have against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, against IPOB, blinded their eyes. They continue making the same mistake. No, it sounds him good. IPOB is a terrorist organization. You need to be treated as terror. I say, what are these people? Because of maybe the person is hoping to impress somebody or impress one set of clique of people for him to enter into political arena. This is a mistake which we don't want to imbibe. We IPOB, we don't want to make that mistake. That is why I keep on saying, do you see, if something bad, for example, is happening in one part of Biafra region, it should ricochet in every part. That is when I will understand that yes, our people are rising up. Maybe a military will extrajudicially kill one person in Abakiliki, and because of the viral video, everywhere there will be uprising everywhere in the whole of Biafra region, from Imo State to Delta to Rivers to Bayelsa to Anambra, everywhere. Why is this? No, what happened in Abakaliki? You say we need to, you need to be. There should be no extrajudicial killing. It concerns all of us. That is when you know that people, because even the caliphate will start being afraid. Say, these people have risen up. But as long as you continue this evil silence, when you see what happened, you say, no, you know, concern me. You know, I beg, reach this side, I beg. I beg, more on a carry on a trouble, remain that place. Go ever reach this side. Here, I want a mother now. Boys, day. Can come on and where is she not? Now I got up again anyway. That the people still, Okaforo is still far. Are you hearing what I'm saying? So, we always fight injustice. And that is why we are exceptionally different. We are not like Nigerians that keep silence. Malami is crying foul, but he accepted rendition Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to be tried under him. Instead, if he is a human being, let me tell you, you can resign. Do you know that the extraordinary rendition of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Malami, if he is somebody that, as he is quoting law today, that he is upright, that he knows law. If had it been Malami is really defending the law before God and man, he could go to the extent of resigning and say, no, I cannot partake, or history will put me as a person that was the Attorney General of the Federation or Minister of Justice, and this crime was committed against a citizen, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, extrajudicially rendition, and to be tried under me. No, I resign. He will write resignation, say, no, I cannot accept this. It's against the rules and regulations. It's against Nigerian law, and it's against my ethics. I have a dignity. History will remember. If the issue is that, oh, my hands are tied, I can no longer perform my legal duties as I should, I say I resign. do you see any Nigerian doing something like that? No, I cannot. No, because of interruptions by the executive or people in the high places to influence my job, I resign. I cannot follow that. I resign. Instead, I resign. And you resign as a dignified fellow. But would they do that? That their hatred, anti-Biafra hatred, we never allow them. Today he is shouting, he is crying. Is God not wonderful? Is God not wonderful? That is, is God not wonderful? Okay. Now, let me go to this news headline, other news headlines, which I have to talk about today. You know, there is you see what I played about Nonsonkwa, about Tiger Base, that evil place. There is something you take away there. When Nigeria government can lie, they can lie. The Nigerian police, they just, that is why when I see them, there are places, there is a place I see, where did I put that? I don't know. It's a federal government, federal government debunks espionage claims over Nigerian Air Force C-130 aircraft in Burkina Faso. You know, they are trying to mellow down this issue. Mazi Patrick wrote that Nigerian government wants to export, carry out unknown gunmen in Burkina Faso, and they were caught. They thought that it is in Nigeria where everything they can use intimidation. Or non-gunmen, or is ESN. I could say, why not Nigeria government now say no? This aircraft belongs to IPOB. This is C-130 aircraft. No, IPOB repented it to put it in Nigerian Air Force. Those 11 military being arrested today, till today, 7 days now. They are ESN officers, so we don't know. Oh, this is what remained for Nigeria to talk. I was expecting them to say it. An evil place that everything about Nigeria is a lie, deception, lie, no iota lie. They said no, Nigerian Air Force, it was having technical issue. He was heading to Portugal, and technical issue. He had a mayday call. He had the distress call to the nearby. These are things that we are putting out to gullible idiots, but they don't know that many of us we know them now. No, if you have, if I think even Portugal have distanced themselves that they don't have any idea of any Nigerian Air Force coming to Portugal. Do you see that? Anna Koiri. Today they will come and say no, they are doing diplomacy, they are out. Those people, everything is regulated. Now lie. Burkina Faso, they thought that Burkina Faso is the Burkina Faso of yesterday. That is what they thought. France is using them, to as fishing bait. Now me wanna go, don't worry. Tinubu, you are my man now, so anything they tell you, they carry SP because if France goes with their aircraft, they will be blown out of the air. They don't know that Russia equips these three Sahel states with state-of-the-art equipment. I could remember during Joe Biden's time, he issued during when this thing started first, I think 2022, he issued Joe Biden. There was a statement from White House issuing anyone into any American aircraft pilots that they should never pass through these Sahel states, this Mali, Burkina Faso, Niger airspace, no more that it is the most protected airspace in Africa. Russia equipped them with the state-of-the-art radar system to detect and activate the air defense system to shoot down any intruder. Nigeria want to do now to satisfy the new colonial friends. They say no, nothing make we go. They were forced to land by the Burkinabe military. I say, let me give Nigeria, let me still suggest to them, please push everything, say na IPOB aircraft. Now IPOB repented it to Nigerian Air Force, please. I think it will be good. But those officers, 11 officers that you are detaining, they are not Nigerian military, they are ESN officials. So deal with them. This is a suggestion I want Nigerian government to, because when you look at, let me play again a bit. One of the revelations of what has been going on in Imo State. It is now coming clearly. It is now coming clearly, as clear as crystal, that all these things that were happening, it happened. Hope Uzodimma did all these things in order to blackmail IPOB, to tarnish the image of IPOB in Imo State, and to keep everybody on the run so that nobody will even care to think about who is ruling Imo State. We have been shouting it here. Look at Ago to Aka. Listen to him.
They voted them because if no matter what party you come from, once you win an election where I'm governor, you'll be.
Isn't the local vigilantes or the local security in place already? Ebubago is already there in the southeast.
Ebubago, which Ebubago? Ebubago that Embargo is the cause of the problem in Imo State.
This is a governorship candidate. He knows what is happening. He's saying it on national television. What IPOB have been shouting. He said Ebubagan is the cause of what is happening in Imo State. You know, you see this world, eh? You see this world. Whereas people have taken all these things. He's IPOB, he's ESN. Ahmed Gulak was killed. ESN. This one is ESN. He's ESN. Now they are revealing the whole thing.
Really?
Yes, because they are not from Imo. Half of them are not from Imo. You heard somebody on television say that he was hired, that he's policing Imo
He's Asari Dokubo
State. I mean, they are not from Imo. Let me tell you, there is a detention center called Tiger Base that is being run by one of the SAs to the governor of Imo State. Do you know how many people have died from that detention center? We have cried and cried.
Where is the detention center?
It's called Tiger Base. It's in Owerri. Tiger Base. It's in Owerri.
Yes. In the city of Owerri.
Yes, in the city of Owerri. It's called Tiger Base.
It's a very strong allegation.
Yes.
Detention center.
It's called Tiger Base. It's in Owerri. Tiger Base. It's in Owerri.
Yes. In the city of Owerri.
Yes, in the city of Owerri. It's called Tiger Base.
This is a very strong allegation.
Yes.
You are linking it to the government of the day.
Yes, the government of the day. Yes, they are the ones running that Tiger Base. Yes, they are.
Did he mean sweat? The answer is no. You know, Hope Uzodinma is now going towards the end of his tenure, I think in 2027, I think. That is why he is cleaning up the whole mess. Let me ask you, the organ harvesting centers they saw, called mortuary, but in Ngogbala, owned by Morocco, who received different titles, accolades, certificates of accolades from police, so from churches, so from everybody. But he's a mastermind, he's a leader of organ harvesting kidnapping syndicate working for Hope Uzodinma. All of a sudden, they destroyed the house. Do you think this is normal? A crime scene. They use caterpillar, destroy everywhere. Okay, forget it. Instead of, putting that place, sealing it as a crime scene, forensic studies, forensic analysis and investigations being carried out on the corpses, and telling people, this is how governments work. But no, not in Nigeria, because Nigeria is not is a place where there is no orderliness, no rule of law, no rules and regulations. Everything is done according to the decision of the person in charge as of that time. Anything he wants. He's not guided by any rules and regulations. So they have finished their job, convicted Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They have labeled everything, put it on ESN. The whole organ harvesting ring, kidnappers, is ESN. Listen again to Nonsonkwa, please. Listen, for you to understand the crime. That these people committed unpardonable crime against IPOB. And when you listen, when you see people that are talking about IPOB killing our own people in Imo State, you see that they are mischievous. I'm not saying that they are ignorant, no. Because these are hired people to continue pushing in the narrative. They know what they are doing. If you meet them, do not pity them in talking, countering them. Do not pity them. Use the normal word that will make them, to think twice. Listen to Nonsonkwa. I will play a bit and forward it to where I want.
Recently, Neke Eziama Zumbise, Only one guy, Anna John Bosco, Onocha, 34 years old guy. Only computer, Hana, Eke, is Yamadia. Maybe print my banner, my poster on a chair, typewriting, photocopy machine, no charia, you know, the case Yamadia. So before now, the family we had before the family had been only like 2 weeks. They made that boy arrest na shop there. They made the arrest na shop there. I better there may arrest. Me in a shop. You know, handcuff wire, warrior, Tina moto, Buria Bewo, and the Tiger Base. So only like 2 weeks before the family now came to Nchekwando Foundation. Then we took up the matter. I called the CP, referring to Ola. I talked to Ola, or Sena or Sala. I should talk to the IPO. I talked to the IPO.
Allah is the police commissioner of police, the police person in charge of Tiger Base. He's a Yoruba man that an Igbo man is using, Hope Uzodinma is using to kill his people. Sometimes, you see, I continue wondering the mentality of some of Igbo people. I cannot understand. I'm telling you honestly, sometimes it's too deep. I cannot really understand because of political power. Others, do you remember when, during the time of Goodluck Jonathan, when General Ihejika was appointed by Goodluck and was fighting Boko Haram, the northern politicians rose up and said, no, this man is, because he wants to finish Boko Haram under few time, without taking much time. They said no, that he's killing their people. These are terrorists, they protect them. But Igbo man will import foreigners in order to be killing his own people, and he's happy, he's a governor. Hope Uzodinma said one time openly that even if Imo lights, Imo people in Imo state remain only 2 persons, that he is ready to continue governing the 2 people like that, which means millions of people should be destroyed and killed. He doesn't care as long as he's still the governor. This he said this position that God just brought to him. And you see the question, see, that's why sometimes this God issue are not there again. According to this God has what God has it. To God are not there again. Because people have used this God commit atrocities. And they are still committing. Help Uzodinma open his mouth saying, now God give him this power. Not be through your vote, now God. Now through the power of God. And that is why he's doing what he's doing. Is it not what Nigerian politicians used to talk? Anyway, once they rig themselves into power, they say, no, it's God that did it. It's Inshallah, it's God that did it. It's God. Atrocities are being committed in the name of God. I know they again. Like me, hate me, I know they. When you talk of, I know they with somebody where they talk too much about God. Me and I myself will weapon one from you, because I know I'm a mere God that can cause. God, they cause confusion everywhere. God is about killing. God is about inhumanity to human. That is what Hope Uzodinma use, and is what the Nigerian politicians are using. God put them there in order to loot, to commit atrocities. So continue listening.
Now, gini me. The family bera choputa no Tiger Base berija ahu. Mgbe ha hụrụ press release from the PPRO Imo State, Henry Okoye. Where Henry Okoye said,
Henry Okoye is an Igbo man also from Anambra State.
Imo Police Command press release of Tuesday, 3rd June 2025. Crackdown on terror. Imo Police bust IPOB ESN camp.
Are you hearing it? They kidnapped somebody that was doing his normal work, doing computer training, repairing all computer and all this printing and all this and that. After he came, he gave out press release from police, which he sent to different Nigerian media outlets, mainstream media, Channels Television, Arise, all of them. That they have busted IPOB. Do you see what IPOB has been suffering? No. How does this thing make you feel? Will we come here and be shouting that what is happening? The IPOB has nothing to do with what is happening. It is a false flag operation. It is a blackmail by the Nigerian government. They are doing it for their Fulani God, for their Fulani masters, because that is the job that you say pin everything on IPOB and you'll be receiving promotion. That is what they are doing. Do you see people with no dignity, people of low esteem? How can this type of people run a government? People of low esteem. They don't have no dignity, no class, no style. They receive info. And the Nigerian media, they don't do investigation, they don't do nothing. They just stay there and they receive email or phone call telling them what to do, what to say. This is what happened from Nigerian police, Nigerian military. This is what happened. No, IPOB have done it. We captured them, this and that. And they will carry it like that. Very low life, state of issue. I cannot understand. How do you think that Nigeria will progress? I am happy at least Britain, United Kingdom, UK and the United States turned Nigeria down after they have spent billions of dollars in order to designate IPOB as an international terrorist organization. Finally, officially, formally, they said no. We don't see nothing that connects this organization, this worldwide phenomena to terrorism. No, we won't do that. It's not. We follow rules and regulations. We follow rules and regulations. Do you see that? Continue listening. This is from Tiger Base.
Crack down on terror. Imo police bust IPOB ESN camp. Arrest gunmen and accomplices.
Do you see how they bust so-called busting of IPOB camp? What they have been putting on, and the people are still using it today, doing their X spaces or holding X space discussions. You see that they will go and kidnap innocent people, kill them, now carry guns from anywhere, put on top of their cup, say these are the IPOB. What type of evil? Sometimes I start wondering, I say, is this how countries are run? Is it how nationhood is run? Is this all about advancement of a country? No, it is not. Manipulations, lies and lies and lies against a set of people. No. That's why before God and man, with everything I have, I've concluded, completely concluded that Nigeria is unsustainable. You cannot run a country like this. Deception. Complete deception. Look at what is going on in Ukraine and Russia. It's busting out small, little by little. EU, the people in power in EU, the deep state in EU, they have been feeding the population with lies. Lies about the situation of Russia and Ukraine, about feeding people with lies. Now people are finding out that, look, their governments have been deceiving them. There is no way lies can be sustained for. It's impossible. It will burst out. It will fail. That is why that is why, you see, I put all my energy in this struggle. Because I know that Nigeria cannot be sustainable. The way things are going, the way they are, no, this is no. You don't run a country like that. Anything they tag on IPOB, they kill our people, they tag on IPOB. I say, come on, if you have brain, let us just use, cool down yourself, be neutral, calculate. What is the benefit of IPOB killing their own people? No, tell me. Kidnapping them, stealing cars. When they see even IPOB members that came from abroad, they kidnap them, collect all their money, and still kill them. Now you tell me, what is the benefit? Sometimes remove bias in order to make right judgment. Be yourself, only yourself. You calculate. Now, what is the benefit of IPOB? Do you remember some time ago? I give you some instances for you to have a retrospect. Poland, all of a sudden they said no. Russia invaded their airspace. They with drones, with their Zishad drones, this and that. They shoot them down. All those allegations. Putin was looking at them, laughing. No, that's why you need to be following your international geopolitics. There you see analysts, people that they don't care about Russia or America or NATO or no. They analyze things. One person one time, he was analyzed. He said, look, let us ask ourselves, what is the interest of Russia in attacking NATO openly like that? It's a very fundamental question. So all those things they are playing is childish. Where did it go today? Is it everything New York? Wow, because they play that blackmail, it didn't work. So that America can say, no, Trump will come and say, no, okay, Russia, you know that all these things are setups, blackmail in order to, escalate the whole thing. Where do you hear it again? Everything died with the whole CNN coverage, all the mainstream Western media focusing every day. Russia attack Poland with their... But after cool-headed people look at it and say, nah, this is so childish now. Even you became ashamed. They went down. Everything died like when you quench fire with water. No more, nothing. You don't hear nothing again. This is what we always want people to reason. You remove the hatred you have for IPOB. Okay, you hate IPOB, no problem. But let us face reality. What does IPOB gain or have to gain by killing their own people, establishing camp, and abducting, kidnapping people, taking money from them and killing them, stealing their cars, people that have goods, cement, they carry the lorry load of cement, sell it at a giveaway price. What does IPOB have to gain? No, let us be practical in reasoning. But these people, they will tell you, no. Did Nnamdi Kanu say, okay? Did he say, let my broadcast on radio? Did he say or did he not say? Okay, no, he is there with you. Did he say they killed them? You imagine Nandia, you sure the what is happening to your heads, please? But today, all these things they are being revealed. But the issue is this: although it is better to be late than never, it is better to be late than never. But when you go to the market and you say that, oh, Mazi Jonathan is a thief, the whole people there, you don't know who come from where. They have had it. Before you know, people take it home. Hey, Mazi Jonathan was on your shin. Hey, yeah, well, from far and near, they have gone. And after you found out that Mazi Jonathan is no more a thief, how do you go back to the market and announce it? The deed has been done. The propaganda, the blackmail has been spread. That is the issue. But many people understood the game. And it is now that some people are understanding. But there are those hell-bent on tarnishing, continue carrying the narrative. I am telling you. But it's very sad. But I'm happy that all these things are coming out. Now, please continue listening. Continue. This is a story of one person, one out of thousands in Tiger Base.
We went into the shop, saw how it was ransacked. You know, we saw how it was ransacked and everything. I think I will post the video here. We saw how it was ransacked and everything. Na Ekezia Madia. Ma John Demado say, one we are carrying out a thorough investigation. I seen I defending Doshi Mawundama. People said there was nothing like open fire. Even the IPO, or the IPOG this case, so there was nothing like open fire. But Henry Okoye, who takes pleasure in tagging every criminality in Imo, but he takes pleasure in tagging every criminality in Imo as IPOB ESN.
Do you see that? This is where I want to get in this clip. This Henry Okoye, he takes pleasure in tagging his contract. Any slightest thing he says IPOB is ESN. They went and kidnapped somebody, an innocent person in his shop, and they killed him in Tiger Base. And he went and published that, oh, he sent out a press release because he can do it. He can do it. Do you see is in Nigeria? I am seeing the worst of human being. I say the worst of human being in Nigeria. They know that what they are doing is against humanity. Is a lie. The person that they are using as a, how do you call him? A scapegoat. They know he's an innocent person doing his business. Somebody that was born like him, Henry Okoye, born like him. He breastfed, his mother breastfed him like him. He was inside his mother's womb for 9 months like him. They suffered, raised him up, and he's now working in order to also help the family. But they take him, kill him. And now, because they are in power, they can do it. Now they tag that, oh, even when his boys went there, they opened the fire. They have an RPG. They have this and that. And the people say, where all these things happen? No visa market here we there for that day. Nothing. There's nothing like this. We saw some policemen, they are from Tiger Bay. They came and arrested this boy. Nonsonqua said he made a thorough investigation about this boy. There is nothing to hide. He is a genuine human being doing his business. They cut the life of that young man short, just like that, because he has Nigerian police uniform. He can do it. When he retires now, he will start shouting that, oh, maybe within 10, 20 years, he will start shouting, I'm an Igbo man. They refuse to pay me my gratuity on this retirement. This is how they maltreat us. That is why, do you see some of all these people, when they cry, please do not die for them. I say it's in Nigeria I am seeing the worst form of Homo sapiens. The worst form. They do something, they know that what they are doing is evil, they do it with audacity, because there is no rules and regulations are never respected. Laws are is not for them. It's from Anambra State. Are you getting it? If anything happens to him, you will say, no, he's Igbo man. Okay, let us just, do you see them? That is it. Sometimes I used to imagine they would pick an innocent young man, promising young man, and today when he how can these people, how are these people human beings? I used to say here, some people think that maybe I am just talking, that look, if Nigeria continues to exist for another 50 years, they will turn out, Nigeria will bring out another form of human being that is different from the mainstream human beings of other parts of the world. I am telling you. I am telling you honestly. So this man is an Igbo man, Okoye. He takes pleasure in tagging anything to IPOB. That is why when I go to some spaces, when I listen the way some people, the hatred they have against IPOB, it baffles me. I am telling you. There is one that said whether his ex-name is Doggy, I don't know. He lives in Germany. He is importing containers. That Nigeria, go and make your connection. Nothing like Biafra. He is there to fight. No one here. That IPOB will go this and that. The worst is that they have made up their mind. They don't care about, because that is where I know that they are being directed by some people in the upper echelon to do what they are doing, and it's for their tomorrow's political motive, or for gain, for benefits they are giving to them. They don't care about having a robust discussion and debate to reason. No. They have made up their mind. That is where this type of people are dangerous. You see that? When you see somebody, when you say, no, I don't want to care whatever you want to say. Whatever, I don't care and I don't want to care. I don't want to listen. He has made up his mind. It's very dangerous. And also, let me quickly add, this is also very common on religious people. Some have made up their mind. They don't care again about reason. Talk to it, they say, no, don't believe what you believe, I believe what I believe. Which is not what we are talking. So, these situations are very, very dangerous in human mentality. It's very, very dangerous. When you're a human being, you have predetermined mindset made up. You don't care about on issues. You don't care about reason. You don't care about reasoning to check whether how to maneuver, whether this thing is right, whether even this thing I'm believing or the way I'm going, it is right. Do you know that even me personally, sometimes I sit down. What I'm telling you, I'm saying it on air. I used to sit down sometimes to overhaul myself, to check this IPOB na mmadụ nọ n'ime ya na agba mbọ na-etinye uchu. Is it the right way to go? Maybe if you are a ghost watching me or with satellite, You'll be laughing to yourself. You think that I'm talking with somebody. No, I'm talking to myself. See now, am I really right? Is there any other thing? Any other way we can go in order to avoid this? So that I know whether I'm going right or I'm wrong. I'll be self-examining myself. I used to do it. Whether you are entering into the wrong way. But when I look everywhere, sometimes it will warrant me. I will call some people on phone privately and stir up some conversation. The person will not know why I'm overhauling my brain, my own brain, whether I'm still in order. But you see, people, no, they have made up their mind. So there is nothing again you can talk. It's a very dangerous, that person is dangerous. It's a dangerous situation. Which means you don't care whether you are right or wrong. You don't care even if you are slightly right or slightly wrong, to ameliorate, to better. No, that is not your problem. That is what these people, that is what the type of human beings these people are. The worst form of human beings are in Nigeria. I am telling you. When it comes to governance, how can you think that a place like this will advance? It's impossible. Let me also read. This one was from, you have seen it. It was last month. It's from Catholic Diocese of Nsukka. It's a disclaimer from the Catholic Diocese of Nsukka over the news from Arise Television. Arise Television. Do you know that this kind of a thing is something that can warrant even the director to resign? Do you know that? Why did the director of BBC resign? Why did he resign? Because of a situation like this. They edited something, statement of Trump, in order to deceive, because what you Arise Television, millions of people are watching it, taking what they are saying, but they deceive people. But Nigeria is a place, you can get away with anything. It's a place of impunity. That is why that is a horrible place. Donald Trump called it a disgraced country, but it's worse than disgrace. I am telling you, it's a horrible place. Let me read what a Catholic Diocese of Nsukka wrote. A disclaimer, please. A disclaimer. The Catholic Diocese of Nsukka wishes to address the narrative by Arise Television this morning, 27th November 2025, that very Reverend Father John Igwebweze and Reverend Father Matthew Eya, who were buried on Friday, 21st November 2025 at St. Teresa's Catholic Church in Nsukka, Enugu State, were murdered by armed members of IPOB and ESN group. Don't you see that? Don't you see that this is worrisome? We would like to clarify that Father John Igwebweze had been suffering from illness since June 2012 and peacefully died on Sunday, 21st September 2025 at Bishop Shanahan Hospital in Nsukka. His death was due to health complications arising from his long-standing condition. But Arise Television nailed it to say, because the police called them and say, two Reverend Fathers have been killed by, abducted and killed by IPOB, ESN. And they went on television and went on air and said it. Do you know that if Nigeria is a functioning country, the director of Arise Television should be held accountable, and he would have resigned for this, apologizing to IPOB. Do you know that? But nothing happened. No person even gave a damn. The worst thing, the worst sickness that can envelop a people is ignorance. I don't care matter. Bakumi attitude. They don't care. Because it's happening to IPV, they don't care. Don't you see Malami shouting, crying? Today, it's touching him. Now he knows that, oh, Nigeria is not going through rule of law. Nigeria is not ready. It's quoting law for Nigerian EFCC to either release him or charge him to court, because they have detained him, as the law, more than the law allowed, to be in the police cell. Do you see that? It's very sad. Now, let me continue reading. This person, this reverend father, they said IPOB, ESN have killed somebody that died in a hospital, have been sick. But Arise Television, they don't verify news. They don't send their correspondence. Where they only send their correspondence is in police station. Police will call them, say, bring your correspondent. Come. We'll show you IPOB members. They are here. We capture them. Oh, yeah. They don't. They will come. How many have you kidnapped? The man will be saying. There was one time, even I was seeing. I think how many years? One of those people were saying, I don't know anything. No, they just catch me, put me here, say they will take us picture. I know. Many of them say, I don't even know what is happening. But you say Arise Television, Chinese Television Newsman. No, don't say that. How many have you kidnapped? How much ransom did he? The man say, I'm not a kidnapper. I don't know. Police, they just arrested me on the road. They say, here I find myself. Nigeria is horrible. The earlier Nigeria is being destroyed, the better. For God and man. Otherwise, Donald Trump, he says, is a disgraced country. No, it will turn out a different type of Homo sapiens in the future that will be a trouble in this world. The other human beings, mainstream human beings, will be behaving. They will be behaving another thing. You don't know where to classify them. So the earlier Nigeria is balkanized, it will save life, please. How can in a country people that die, somebody died of sickness that he's been battling with, all of a sudden, because in order to blackmail IPOB, they call Arise Television, among others, say, yeah, this is what happened. IPOB have abducted and killed reverend fathers, and they blowed it on air. And today, since last month, the Catholic Diocese of Nsukka, because they are conscientious, I'm happy what they did. They released a press statement of disclaimer saying, no, what Arise Television talk will not be true, will not concern also. Look at what happened. Let me continue. Father Matthew Eya, on the other hand, okay, let me also go back to what happened, the real reason how the first Reverend Father died. Let me read. Now, he said, let me start afresh, please. The Catholic Diocese of Nsukka wishes to address the narrative by Arise Television this morning, 27th November 2025, that very Reverend Father